Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are in Hayden Park and I'll be showing you the progress of our project. I made this video on the cost of materials which we anticipated to be using for the foundation on a project which is in Hayden Park that I am managing. Now the foundation is complete. Let's do a full cost breakdown and see how much money we really used and how things can actually change on a ground. So for the bricks, we used 15,000 bricks. They costed us 2,025 US dollars. For the cement that we used on footing, we used 70 bags, costed us 875 US dollars. For the cement that we used on the brickwork, we used 35 bags and it costed us 438 US dollars. For the cement that we used on the slab, we used 70 bags and it costed us 875. For the 3/4 stones that we used for the footing, we used 20 cubic and it costed us 480 US dollars. For the 3/4 stones for slab, we used 20 cubic and it costed us 480 US dollars. For the river sand that we used on the footing, we used 20 cubic and it costed us 320 US dollars. For the river sand that we used on the slab, we used 20 cubic and it costed us 320. And then for the pit sand for brickwork, we used 15 cubic and it costed us 210 US dollars. For the brick force, we used 230 by 20 meters by 15 rolls and it costed us 30 US dollars. And then for another set of brick force again, which is 115 by 20 meters by 15 rolls, it costed us 30 US dollars again. And then we also applied termite poison 5 liters by 13, and then it costed us 52 US dollars. And then we also had to buy polythene paper 2 rolls. They costed us 120 US dollars. And then for the mesh wire, we bought 13 sheets. They costed us 455 US dollars. We also went ahead and we got gravel, which was costing 600 US dollars. Okay, we are still going on. As you all know, in construction there are some things which are inevitable, so there are materials that we ended up having to get extras. These were 20 cubic stones, we got extras. And then we also had to call in the fumigation guys. They had to come in and then they had to fumigate. And then for the water, we were also getting it as per demand. And then also the transport costs. This is not something that you have to ignore. So for the transportation of basically everything that we had to get on site, we had to use a total of 530 US dollars. And then we also had to pay people who were doing offloadings. That costed us roughly 150 US dollars for almost everything that wanted to be offloaded on site. And then for the council stages and the booking, so for the whole process where we are right now, we called in the inspector 6 times. So for that we have used 180 US dollars so far. And to the grand total of how much we have used to get to the foundation of the house, we have used a total of 13,190 US dollars. This amount, it includes the labor, the materials, all those other expenses that can come up during construction. That was the total amount of money that we have used for our foundation. So this part where I am making an emphasis on, that's the damp-proof membrane and the damp-proof course, popularly known as DPM and DPC. So this is how you deal with dampness issues from the go. We do not want to have our house having issues of dampness later on. So it's important that you get these two puts whilst you are still constructing your house. I made a video on this. For those that haven't watched it, you can go and have a look and have more information and knowledge concerning these things. I talked about the height placements and other things important in there. The builders are doing a very good job. The corners, they are clean, they are sharp edged. We definitely give credit where it's due. So this is where we are at the moment. We are now putting the superstructure up. Of course, construction, it has its own challenges. There are uncertainties that you can meet. There are challenges and obstacles that you can face. The bottlenecks, they never end. But I can say that we are doing well. We are managing well. The workmanship here, it is top notch. So for those that are looking for my input to having their projects managed or handled, do not hesitate to get in touch with me. I'll definitely do a clean job for you. So here we have the septic tanks that are being worked on for our house. So in this area they're using septic tanks. Thank you so much guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel so that you do not miss any of my informative videos, as well as to keep updates with these projects.